Hello again, everyone. How is everyone tonight? Jeff, how are you doing, even though I just, been talking to you this whole time? Let me see who's in the chat. So far, we have Ashley, welcome. We have Jency Torday. Torday Gino Arthur / Jency. And then we also have Busted. Wow, I'm tired already. Austin Ray, Mudflood Adventures. Hey, Ray. LVK is here. We also have Mustard Seed of Faith. Scrolling down, I see Super Mario Brothers 3. Mr. Super Sidewinder's here. And we have the Honorable, Honest Hunter O'Biden. JT is here. Welcome. And Noise Guru Wenko Cart Bob just jumped in. Good to see you guys. I don't see somebody in the chat yet who promised to be here. We'll see if Hero shows up. Hey, Michelle, good to see you. Pushing Buttons just jumped in too. Welcome, guys. We have a huge show for you tonight, like a lot. Because, Jeff's segment is twice as long because we didn't do it last week. So we're just going to jump right into it because we have so much to cover. Okay? Jeff, are you ready?
Yeah, but first I want to say what's up to everybody in the chat.
That's fine with me. All right. So without further ado, Jeff's segment. We also had Sagar and Mandela effects Jose jumping in the chat.
Jose.
Oh gosh. All right, and TD Mage 20, welcome. You guys just jumping in. That's awesome. Just in time. Got some crazy stuff to show you tonight. Starting with an update. This is a little bit of reading you have to do today, Jeff. All right.
So I pulled up the right one then?
Well, you could. The purple one, the giant was the first one, but we can go on with this first. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine.
All right. Here is a new type of UFO I covered a few news segments back.
So I just want to familiarize those of you that haven't seen it. It looks like a meteorite's coming straight down, and then it splits up, and then they start hovering. Like they'll keep falling, but some will stop, and then others will fall and then stop, and then others will fall and then stop. And then they start flying. They're not a meteor. And then they'll just like float and hover and zigzag and do all sorts of weird things. So we can go on to the next one now.
Do these look the same to you? This was the Manskews. Skydivers with flares, which sounded ridiculous.
But they exist. Skydivers with flares exist. But the thing is, they don't look like fireworks to me, and the things on skydivers look like fireworks to me. I don't think they look the same. So the only image of the skydivers is the photograph right now. So we're going to be seeing a video of them. Everything else is the supposed UFO. I'm asking you guys, in your opinion, do they look the same to you? I don't think they look the same to me at all, actually.
No, me either.
If we go on, we should have a video. I don't know if it's the next slide or the one after.
See, what I don't get, if they're admitting these things are real, why are they saying stupid shit like this still? Come on.
I know.
Well, the team tonight is performing.
Should I wait to play that?
It doesn't matter. And you want to read the sentence first, it's fine.
I'll read it first, yeah. But they do. I still do not think it looks the same.
In our signature pyrotechnics jump, and there's 4 of us that are performing it from about 13,000 feet, and we're going to about 6,500 feet until they go out. We're jumping with 2 world-class photographers, Norman Kent and Craig O'Brien. Norman's out of Florida and Craig is out of California, so it's for commercial, based out of Australia, and we're the only team in the world that does this, really. So they're using us for this commercial.
Actually, that's the end of it. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna play it. We're gonna play it again, but I want you to pay attention to how it looks again, because I still don't think it looks the same. But I wanted you to also pay attention to the fact that they say they're the only ones in the world who do this. Okay? Yet these UFOs that all look the same, by my count so far, have shown up in Florida, Texas, New Mexico, California, like all these different states. But they're the only team that does this. So take that into account too. And this was special for an Australian commercial that they were doing this. But again, pay close attention to the fire, how it looks. And then remember that with the UFO, every single time when it came down and split up, some stayed at the top, and then more fell down, and then some stayed again, and then more fell down, and then they hover, and then they fly off in different directions. I'm not seeing this with this video. So go ahead, play it again for them, please.
From the beginning?
Mm-hmm. Just let it play again.
Oh, wait. Is that the right one?
Nope.
Well, the team tonight is performing our signature pyrotechnics jump, and there's 4 of us that are performing it from about 13,000 feet, and we're going to about 6,500 feet until they go.
There's 4 of us. There's 4. So how would the 4 people fall in 3 levels of multiple? I counted at least 15 of those things on the screen.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Another lame excuse that was made.
Yeah, it's all BS. Go ahead, go on.
Go out. We're jumping with 2 world-class photographers, Norman Kent and Craig O'Brien. Norman's out of Florida and Craig is out of California, so it's for commercial, based out of Australia, and we're the only team in the world that does this, really. So they're using us for this commercial. I mean, it's kind of cool to have an organization choose Fast Tracks and come to Middletown, and yeah, it's good for the community. Well, the team tonight is performing.
So again, there's 4 of them. They're the only team in the world that does this. Go to the next slide, please. So here's what the actual UFO looks like. A lot more than 4. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the bottom left. Versus the picture in the top left, which is that.
Now, when they say they're the only team that does it, does that mean in a particular area only?
You said in the world.
Right. I know that. But do they go to different areas to do it?
I don't know, but there's only 4 of them, and I count.
Because if they go to different states to do it, then that would explain that, but it wouldn't explain how we're seeing the discrepancy between what they do and what this looks like.
Right, and again, as if you read the bottom, that looks like a fiery glow. That doesn't look like sparks. They look like fireworks to me. I just read the bottom basically for you. The photos in the top look like fireworks. Those do not look like fireworks.
No.
And also, some of the videos we've shown before, this one in San Francisco is a new one. some of the videos we've shown before, the ones that have already stopped and hovered have gone back up. They can't do that skydiving.
Right. So right there, they're full of shit.
The whole thing's wrong.
Yeah, of course.
I said hi, Mustard Seed of Faith. I'll say hi again. You probably left and came back. Welcome back. And Michael Russell jumped in the chat. Welcome, Michael. All right, so we can go to the giant, because I know Boston Ray wants to see this. All the measurements and the coordinates are in the presentation. Oh yeah, Jency, we have a ton of meetings tonight. They could be drones, but they'd be on fire.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I searched for almost 2 weeks for the giant so that I could measure him, and I finally found him. Now, I don't know if this is an impression, because in some pictures it looks like it's an impression in the mud, and in other pictures, that's the way the Google Maps looks, though. Sometimes it looks like it's flat when it's not, because the other images makes it look like it's above the ground because there's also shadow. So, finally found him. Go on, please. He is 301.837 feet long. So that is the length. Next one. He is 72 feet wide at the hips, but it looks like there's a bag there, so it could be a little bit smaller. And his shoulders, or what I'm guessing to be the shoulders, are 91 feet wide. I can't see the actual number. It's like 91 point. I can't see that. It's too small.
91.864.
So from the side on the bottom shot here, it looks like it's above the ground and not an impression. So I don't know which it is. I do want to note that that thing that I think is a hood could be from something that's 300 pounds falling into mud. Like there's rippling all around him. I just want to point that out. Go on. So here's what I see. I drew him as best as I could. This isn't as best as I could. This is the sketch first and marking it up. So I think that's his left, going from left to right. That's the fur hood. That's the left arm with a weapon. A bag possibly on the right. I believe the left leg is going under the right leg. And the left foot's on the left side. And then a bag. Because that's how, and then there's his is that right? Left? Yeah, that's his right arm, just next to him. And then I drew it a little bit better. I don't have much control in the Apple. I didn't use like Photoshop. I used like the Apple app. So, and I don't have an Apple Pencil. I don't have like, I'm using a crappy stylus. So I did it as best as I could on the next slide. I colored it in. So that's basically what I'm seeing. Like you can even see, if you look closely, can you zoom in on the face on the left? Like the actual, well, that's too much. A little bit further out. A little bit, no, okay, you can't do it.
Yeah.
If you zoom in halfway, you can see more detail. You zoom in too much, it gets too pixelated. And far away, it's hard to see. But it does look like he has like a mustache and a beard. Almost like he's bald with big chubby cheeks. I mean, you can see the 3 balls in the center. That would be part of the weapon. Like, there's a lot of detail in this. It looks like he has a sash across him and a bag hanging on the left. I can see hands. Like, this looks like a man. It looks like a man.
Definitely looks like it could be, yeah.
I also forgot to mention that the mud around him is rippled like he fell there. I already said that. And these are the coordinates. 80.5157586 by negative 61.2703744. Do you think this is a real giant, a Nephilim, something else? Or do you think I am just seeing something in a giant rock? Here are the coordinates if you'd like to go look for yourself. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And now on to your real segment. We've got all sorts of stuff from ghosts to demons to glitches to all stuff tonight. UFOs, everything's here.
Well, next we have glitches.
No wording. We're just going to talk about what well, there is one, but I think there's a video about it where you don't have to read anything.
So here we go, glitches.
Tripping, so I recorded it.
Okay, now, for those of you who've never seen this segment before, there may be some things that I am going to debunk, like this one. I believe it's a reflection, but you tell me if you think it's not a reflection. Go ahead. I just think it's a reflection on
Thought I was tripping, so I recorded it.
What do you guys think?
I would say it's a reflection.
I think it's a reflection. I think that the headlights are making it reflect off the glass. I don't know. Now, I cannot debunk 90% of the stuff we're showing you tonight, but there are a couple that I'm going to say, I don't think this is anything. The car vanished after the pole. All right, hit play again.
Thought I was tripping, so I recorded it.
It didn't vanish. It just, that's where the video cut off.
Tripping, so I recorded it.
Yeah, that's just where the video cut off.
Yeah.
All right, we can go on.
These guys found the edge of the map in real life.
Yo, I'm tripping, bro. Look at this. The map is not rendering. That's the end of the world. What?
These guys found the edge of the map in real life.
Yo, I'm tripping, bro. Look at this. The map is not rendering. That's
Now,
the
you would
end
think
of
it
the
could be
world. What?
like fog,
These guys found the edge of the map in real life.
but on the next slide, I zoomed in on the picture, and there's some weird stuff happening. It's got a pattern to it, like a big TV screen. So what do you guys think this is? Because I can't tell you. I would have said fog until I saw that. Can you zoom in on the image a little bit, please?
On which part?
On the gray part. It looks like a TV screen. Like if you go really like turn on your TV, put your face up to it, like really close. That's what it looks like. So I don't know what's happening here. Don't know what's happening there. Is that a filter? Or is that, I mean, no one else is reacting to it, are they? I don't see anyone else reacting to it. So it's not like people are over there trying to push on it, you know? So I don't know what's going on. All I know is I can't explain it.
Look at this.
Okay, I don't have to explain it. She'll see it.
Look at this. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there. They're just standing in a line. Look at this.
It's weird. I don't know what's going on there either.
I don't know about that. I think that's just what animals do.
In the street?
Maybe. Yeah, sure. I'd have to see more than that to convince me on that one.
Hey, Arthur, Greg, good to see you. Jency says they are thinking. Oh, dear.
Don't they always run the street anyway?
Huh?
Don't they always run in the street anyway? What am I missing here?
They run in the street, but they don't walk in the street and just stand there in a line with 2 other deer.
Not normally, no.
No, it's so weird.
I'm gonna see it again.
This. There's one there. There's one there. There's one there.
Okay, yeah, they're just standing.
They're just standing.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It is weird because you're also. It's not like she's in the woods either. She's in a neighborhood, in a suburb with 3 deer standing in a line, not moving. One's in the street.
Maybe they're just very confused deer. No, I think there's something to this.
Oh, this one's weird. Look at the building at the end of the street. Look how big it is. You see that building, right?
That building's so big.
I've seen this one.
This one's crazy. The daughter reacts too.
Yeah.
Why is it so small?
Why does it do that?
I don't know. Look how little it is.
That makes no sense.
It's getting smaller.
No, that shouldn't be.
Why was that building so big?
Like, I get it. She's probably driving downhill, but it still shouldn't be bigger.
Why is it so
It
small?
shouldn't look bigger. Even with perspective, it shouldn't look bigger.
Look how little it is.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Pat, what do you say on that one? Hey, Michael Fontaine and Man Animal, welcome.
I say that's a glitch.
Hold on. Oiler Greg says, I think the weird weather event that hit Houston is a possible Mandela effect. What weird weather event? Jeff, do you know what weird weather event happened?
No, I have no idea. But what I would say with weather events, I wouldn't jump to Mandela effect. There's other things at play here. There's other things that they do that we don't know about.
LBK said it's some kind of optical illusion. I've seen it explained, but not sure if I believe it or not. If it was this small, it shouldn't be visible from such a big distance. I agree. Okay, what is next? Okay, so, all right, you're going to see her, and then you're going to see somebody walk out from the couple. The couple just appears out of nowhere. There's a lot of them like this tonight.
How did they disappear out of nowhere? I think I'm missing something on this one for sure.
Okay, when she's walking, there's no couple walking on the left-hand side.
Oh, that's what I missed. I gotta watch
Play it again. Play it again, because there's going to be a few more like this. No couple at all. Couple.
Okay, yeah, that's very strange.
Yes.
Yeah, where did they come from?
Well, there's going to be more like that. So,
See, those are the kinds of things I call glitches for sure.
Okay, Mr. Super Sidewinder says that's an edit, but I have one where someone reacts to the person that appears. So that one went viral, probably because the person behind reacts. So go on.
This video that was filmed at Disneyland has been going viral because there appears to be a glitch in the Matrix. Did you see that? The guy in the...
Okay. You're going to see a guy appear and walk, but don't look at the guy. Oh, derecho I've already covered, Oiler Greg, when that happened to me in 2020. I've heard of it. I covered it. It happened here. And then when I looked it up, they told me it happened in Philly like 5 years earlier or something. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I don't remember that. So yeah, no, it's definitely a Mandela, but already covered. All right, so don't play. Listen. I don't want you to look at the guy that's appearing. I want you to look at the mom in the white shirt with the stroller as she turns her head to look at the guy who just appeared. Go ahead, play it.
The red shirt appeared out of nowhere. This video that was filmed at Disneyland has been going viral because there appears to be a glitch in the matrix. Did you see that? The guy in the red shirt appeared out of nowhere. This video that was filmed at Disneyland has been going viral because there appears to be a glitch in the matrix. Did you see that? The guy in the red shirt appeared out of nowhere. This video that was filmed at Disneyland has been
I saw the guy in the red shirt appear out of nowhere for sure.
Look at the mom walking with the stroller. She comes from the left, goes to the right. Her head is completely turned around looking at the guy.
going viral because there appears to be a glitch in the matrix. Did you see that? The guy in the red shirt appeared out of nowhere. This video that was filmed at Disneyland has been going viral because there appears to be a glitch in the matrix. Did you see that? The guy in the red shirt appeared out of nowhere.
Like what? That makes me think he appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, me too.
All right, go on.
That is not normal. Everyone is looking up, wondering why the sky is split. Look.
Now we've seen this before.
The sky is broken. And everybody knows something's fishy, don't you? Fishy, ain't it?
You know, that's the first time I ever seen this.
That's right. That is not normal.
Why can't they just say, yes, it's fishy? I hate when people do that shit. First time I've ever seen this. I mean, I know it's kind of the same thing, but I don't know. Little things like that annoy me. He just should have said, yeah, I agree. Because there is something fishy going on there.
Yes, there is. All right, this is another one where a guy's going to appear behind her. She's like feeling stupid because she's doing this in a parking garage. He's going to appear on her left side.
Yep.
And it also looks like he's standing up. Play it again. It looks like he's standing up. So he could have been on the ground, I guess. Jeff, are you there?
Video was taken.
No, he's going to talk. Let him talk.
From an airplane of the sun rising in the morning. But does anything about this look weird to you? Isn't the sun supposed to be beyond the horizon, not coming up under the clouds? This looks like it's coming up under the clouds. Look, maybe it's an optical illusion, but that's what it looks like to me. So this video is obviously for entertainment purposes, and it's just my opinion. But this is the kind of stuff that makes me question things. What the heck is going on? Like seeing...
I would take him more seriously if he wasn't wearing a cheese hat.
That's his thing. It's just him.
This picture the other day of the sun up in the sky. What the heck's next to it? What's that other thing lit up next to the sun? Then I found this picture of a nice sunset over the ocean. Which one of those is the sun? Is that two suns? Or is it some kind of optical illusion? Look, I'm not saying there's two suns. I'm not saying there's a sun in an unknown planet. I'm not even saying this isn't an optical illusion. But this stuff is weird. It's weird. And it makes me question things. Tell me what you think of this situation in the comment section, Booshkies. Video was taken from an...
I just like him. He's funny.
Yeah, he is funny. I agree with you. There's something weird about that.
I agree too. And I think I have another clip from him. I know I have another clip from him.
Well, that's it for that one. So maybe it's the next one.
Maybe. Oh, it's definitely in a different folder.
Because what we have next is UFOs.
Mustard Seed says, I've seen his vids before. He also wears a tinfoil hat as well. He's clowning being a clown. Yeah, he's fun to watch. I like his, he brings you up. You know, he's got a really good personality. Okay, so the UFO section.
Want me to play it?
Yeah, it's just something.
What that fucking thing is. I'm gonna try to zoom in. What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fucking
dude? It's gone.
That's it. That looks like a UFO to me.
Me too.
100%. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Now this one, I'm gonna debunk. Play it a couple times.
Yeah.
Anybody want to guess what this is? What if I told you this was filmed in Los Angeles? I'm gonna put money on a movie prop.
Uh-huh.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Because they're sure as heck not going to drive around with a real UFO on the back of the truck exposed like that.
I don't think so. I would say you're right about that.
Movie prop, 100%, debunked. Next.
This object was spotted, filmed, and photographed by dozens of people over LaGuardia Airport in New York City. Yeah, they even showed it on several different news channels, not just locally in New York, but national news too. So this thing, which is obviously a UFO because it's unidentified, it's flying, and it's an object, was seen by hundreds of people, including pilots, and no one knows what it is. So something like this can just fly over an airport in the United States, virtually undetected. And nobody knows what it is, or at least nobody's saying what it is. I'm using the still photos of this thing instead of the video because it's easier to see the shape and what this looks like, and I can't tell what it is. It's got no wings, so how can it be a plane? I'm telling you, there is strange stuff going on right now in our lives all over the world, and almost all of it have videos, photos, dozens or hundreds of witnesses of it. Let me know what you think of this object that was just spotted over New York. Tell me in the comment section, Booshkies. And like I said, I don't know what it is, but there's definitely some shenanigans going on. Shabadoo, Booshkies. This object was...
All right, there's actually another one from him.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty cut and dry.
That one's cut and dry. It's UFO, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw this with a baby. Now we're seeing it with a dog. What gets me is the dog jumps. Why does the dog jump? Did you see?
No.
He has a little jump on his way out.
Oh, now I see. All right, what is going on there?
I don't know. The jump is what gets me, and that's why I wanted to ask you guys. I would say video editing, but why does he jump?
Well, what gets me is him walking through bars.
But what gets me is the shadow. All I see are the two main bars. If you notice that. There's no shadow of the bars, only the door frame of it. I'm going to say this is video editing. They edited in the bars.
Yeah, I mean, they would have to.
And he's jumping over the railing at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Pushing button says, I take the gate back for a refund. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. The bars are not reflected. Exactly.
This is the last one for this segment. Paranormal.
Welcome back, Super Mario. And I think we're going to start off with him. Tell when he comes on the screen again, read the channel name, please. The guy with the cheese hat.
The physicist at this.
Because this is great.
Joe Gillespie the Great.
Joe Gillespie the Great. You should check him out on TikTok. He's great.
CERN facility in Switzerland said they found a ghost. Yeah, I didn't say it. The physicists at CERN said it. They said they found a ghost. Okay, let's look into this a little bit. So they themselves said they found a 4D ghost in the particle accelerator. They measured and qualified an invisible structure that can divert the course of particles and create problems for particle research. Like I said, they're saying it, not me, that they found an invisible 4D structure. They describe this as taking place in something called phase space. The 4D invisible structure is a result of a phenomenon known as Renaissance. I hope I pronounced that word right, but I'm a name butcherer. They also said the particles don't follow the
resonance. He did pronounce it wrong. Resonance. Sorry, go on. Not Renaissance.
Exact path they want them to. They just fly away and get lost. So I don't know how this invisible 4D structure that makes particles fly in different directions is a ghost, but they said it, not me. So CERN found a ghost in their particle accelerator. Why am I not surprised? Okay, I'm just letting you know. Shabadoobooskies, the physicists at the
a ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
And did you hear that part that he read? That the particles go off in all directions and get lost. CERN said they lost particles. That's terrifying.
They're doing a great job over there.
Oh, good job, CERN. Yes. Yes.
This is how to detect lies using graph.
Oh, this is interesting. This is just interesting. I want everybody to look. Tell me what you think is going on.
It's one of the unique traditions from Africa, where some people reveal a lie. No need for sophisticated tools, just use 2 handfuls of grass. Before performing the ritual, the alleged perpetrators are told to take an oath to the ancestors. The way this ritual works is that whoever tells the truth can be released from the grass, but if he tells a lie, the grass will entangle him. After that, the community will start interrogating him.
I like that version better.
This is how to detect lies using.
So that's weird. The grass wouldn't separate?
Yeah, the grass holds if they're lying.
Oh, wow. How? That's
their beliefs.
Strange.
Hey, Ryu. Okay, this, I have to tell you right now, I just showed this on Hebrew, but I know a lot of you were not there. A woman's about to be struck by lightning. We don't see that, but we are hoping and assuming she is okay because they did upload this video. The reason why I decided to show this, though, is because there's a phenomenon happening that I have never seen or heard of before. So the reason why I know the woman's being struck by lightning is because all of her hair is standing on end. Okay? But in front of them is a wall of static electricity that can be seen and heard. They can interact with it, touch it, make sound, and if you look closely at the woman who's filming, when she puts her hand out, you can start to see little sparks to the left of her hand. So play it a couple times, listen, and look for sparks on the left of the woman's hand who's filming.
You're here. Do it again.
They're little sparkles, like little white sparkles, not like a electrical spark, like little sparks, like flashes of light.
You're here. Do it again.
So not her hand, the other girl's hand. And I saw them to the left of her hand. But you can hear it, right? They're interacting with this invisible static. And I can't see it from this far away, so you might have to look closer at it.
You're here. Do it again.
So has anyone ever heard of a wall of static electricity that you can interact with? Because this is new for me.
You're here. Do it again.
Like my reaction wouldn't be hers, where it's like, oh, look how cool her hair. It would be like, oh my God, your hair. That's what my reaction would be. Because like lightning's about to strike.
Following video shows footage.
Oh, this one is a haunting. I believe them based on reactions. So go ahead. We have to listen to
Of a barbershop during business hours, when suddenly all the barbers inside the shop encounter something beyond belief. Barber T had obtained this recording from the security camera inside the shop after experiencing this creepy encounter. Here's the footage that was posted by him, along with the text-to-speech voice explaining the video's events. Be sure to look closely for this one, as something else happens that a lot of viewers missed the first time. Take a look.
the back door.
So we just realized the barbershop is haunted. I didn't notice the door moved at first. Pay attention to the door. It was all jokes and giggles until my boy John was super spooked, and so was I. The shop is for sale now if someone is interested.
A door all of a sudden opens on its own and then promptly closes itself seconds later. It continues to do this until stopping about a minute later. The barbers were left spooked, as seen on camera. Now, something else happens in this video that you might have missed. At the start of the video, we see the door opening for the first time. It is around this time, though, that a transparent figure passes by the TV. Whatever this is, viewers believe that it may be responsible for the strange activity. But things were only getting started because what happens next is just downright creepy. An hour later, one of the barbers approaches the door when the following happens.
What you're about to see is some aggressive paranormal activity. I really didn't want to touch the door handle. Look at everyone's reaction. I pulled up the camera angle from the back room, and everything was thrown everywhere.
But they don't show that.
Like most viewers, Barber T doesn't know what to make of this. Now, it could be that a draft was responsible for the door's movement, but if that were the case, then the door would follow a somewhat consistent pattern of opening and closing. This isn't the case here, as it opens and closes as though someone or something is doing this. But, like always, it's up to you to decide as to what this might be. Ghost or not. Feel free to let me know what you think.
And that
The
is
following
why
video shows footage of a bar.
That's why I like this channel, Children Who Disturb, because he doesn't just say this is what it is. And he goes into it more than just shows you 3 seconds of video. So, the only reason why I think this might be real is because of the reactions.
I think it's real.
I think it's real too, but the last one that you're going to see today, 100% real for me, scared me to death. Like I got chills. It was terrifying. Probably maybe for the babies involved, but it's scary. Oh, so this one I did show in Hebrew as well, and it appears to be a demon leaving one body and going into another. But what's interesting to me isn't the demon flying across.
Whoa.
It's that this is security footage, so it wasn't staged. And 2, look at the way the guy is walking that's possessed. Look at his walk when they zoom in. The walk is slow, purposeful, down, and he reacts to this thing coming out of him. And the guy that it goes into reacts as well, and then starts walking like the other guy was walking.
Wow.
And when the guy, that guy in the white shirt walks away, he holds his head first before putting his hands down. So I think this is real, and this is
do
creepy.
too. Wow. That is crazy.
He's also walking slowly at first, even though it is slowed down. But then he's walking faster. And that guy's walking fast, and then he walks slow. You see what I'm saying? It's like he's the personality of the demon. It's insane. And this is crazy and terrifying. This is one of the most terrifying things I've ever seen, because I believe that's real. That is terrifying.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does, Super Mario. Hey, Rodney, welcome.
Jerry Bruce is a
Subliminal. This is the one. This is the one that gave me chills. This is the one. Pay attention. This is creepy. I believe this is real 100%. I'm going to mute.
father who loves spending time with his children. If you hop over to his channel, you'll find that most of his videos have a wholesome quality to them. However, out of all the videos on there, 2 in particular stand out from the rest. These 2 videos are different in that they show something that doesn't fit with the family-friendly content of this channel. If anything, they seem to have come from a horror movie, one that is based on a family terrorized by paranormal activity. As it turns out though, that's exactly the case here. Jerry has been encountering strange occurrences in his home that seem to be paranormal in nature. On May 26th of 2009, he is suddenly woken up by a strange noise inside his living room. He immediately grabs his phone and begins to record. Jerry writes, "I have never seen anything like this. My wife and I were awakened by the sound of a door closing. This video is all I got before me and my family left the house." This is what he caught.
There's no jump scares, everyone. I wouldn't do that to you.
don't know if everybody can see this, and I've done it.
Strangely,
Can
the
you pause
handle
for a
on the other
second?
side of the door is being turned as though someone inside were doing.
By opening the door, in your opinion, is that inviting something in? Because I think it is.
Could be, yeah.
Like it was trying to get in, but it needed him to open the door.
Yeah.
At least that's how I feel, because it's going to get worse. But that
This.
moment where the third time when the handle started going and he zoomed in, I'd be like, out, I'm out. I'm out. Go on, it gets so much worse.
But, as shown in the video, no one is in there. An encounter like this would definitely spook anyone. But then again, there are some who might write this off as being caused by a draft entering the handle's lock. Although it isn't sure if that's the case, it's the second video that seemingly dispels this notion. On July 11 of 2009, Jerry's recording his son when all of a sudden, something really creepy happens. Take a look.
Whoa!
The same closet from the first video can be seen opening on its own. Then, seconds later, the toy flips over by itself. It almost seems like whatever had been inside had tripped over this toy in its attempt to get to the child. It is immediately then that he grabs his son and rushes out of the living room at once. Understandably, Jerry was totally spooked. Viewers believe that he might be dealing with something paranormal. But, as with most videos, it's hard to be sure if that's so. Could it be that a supernatural presence resides in Jerry's closet? Or is something else going on here? You be the judge. Jerry Bruce is a father who loves spending time with his children.
I don't know, I think that's real.
So do I.
And he said that was the last video before him and his family left the house.
Wow. Yeah, there's definitely something strange going on there. I definitely think it's a ghost.
Yeah. And like I said, I think by opening that door, he invited it in.
Oh, yeah.
And that's it for your segment.
All right. So do you want me to go in order like I've been doing? The same order, I mean?
Yep, starting from where your news left off.
Okay.
Did I miss anybody jumping in? Let me check the chat. Angels Don't Fall, welcome. Angels Don't Fall jumped in. And I missed her earlier. I'm sorry. I think that's everybody. I think I got everybody. All right.
There are a couple of game shows I want to ask you about that could possibly be from another reality or merged into our past. Is it possible I just missed these? Absolutely, it is possible. I just never learned the history. Definitely, that is exactly why I'm asking you. Question 1. Have you ever heard of a game show created by, not sponsored by, a beverage company? If you have, what was the beverage and the name of the show?
So guys, I'm looking for yeses and nos, and if you say yes, what was the name of the show, please? My guru says no whammies, no whammies. Jency is a no. Never. Was that a game show? Was Heads Up 7 Up a game show, or are you just playing? I haven't thought of that since grade school. Michael Russell says no idea. TD Mage, did I welcome you? Yes,
You
I
did.
I did, okay. Nope. Are you kidding? Is there a Canada Dry Committee pyramid? See, I don't even know if you're kidding because I've never heard of the game show made by soda. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to see if you're joking or not. Oh, Canada Day. Okay. Never mind. That makes more sense. Okay. All right, let's see. More answers. Jency's still with the no ways. LVK is a nope. Just limiting your line. I like that. I'm freaking out again, just so you know. Michael Fontaine says A&W root beer. Okay, well, if you're going to say A&W root beer, you're going to tell me what the name of the show was. And Animal says curiously refreshing. That is true. When God gives you lemons, you make lemonade. I don't think God's giving us the lemons, though. I think it's life. Life in general. No problem. I understand. Oh, the parade. No, I'm not talking about a parade. I'm talking about a game show. An actual game show. Let's see. Read this thing.
I've never heard of it.
Let's see. Well, I guess that is a game show technically.
What's that?
You're not really it's on the screen. You're not playing a game though. You're just showing up.
Oh.
All right, we can go on.
I've never heard of a game show being created by a soda pop company. I do remember Pepsi Smash, though. It was a televised concert sponsored by Pepsi where they were giving away $1 billion in cash and prizes. It was codes under the bottle cap, nothing new, just presented on TV with bands.
It was like way back in 2003 or something.
What I do not remember is Pepsi creating a game show on Fox in the style of Joker's Wild with Cherry Pepsi as the star of the show. Do you remember Pepsi's Cherry's Wild game show on Fox? No.
Anyone in the chat, Cherry's Wild, ever hear of it? Subliminal doesn't remember Pepsi Smash. They don't remember Pepsi Smash either.
Not sure I do either.
I have a vague memory of it because my ex-husband watched one of the weeks. That's the only reason why I have a vague memory of it. Pushing Button says maybe. TDMH says nope. Mandanimal has the cherries on the screen. LVK has never heard of it. Jency says no beverage, drinks, or Pepsi shows in my reality, never know. Noise Guru did not have a TV in 2021. Definitely not. Wait, my chat just jumped. Michael Russ says definitely not. Used to always watch Fox. No, never heard of. Says Subliminal. It was 2021. 2021 was the year, Subliminal. Okay, we can go on.
The series only had one season, which ran from January 24th to April 17th, 2021. Contestants answered trivia questions, and the final round had them spinning a slot with the goal of getting all cherries to win $250K.
Go Kart Bob's a no. Jency's a no. Pushes 2021, no. Didn't hear of it, and I had ATV. No, says Gen Z. Go on.
Yeah, I never heard of that. There was also an app you could download to play at home along with the contestants. Playing at the time the show aired meant players at home could win prizes too. There was also an offline game in the app, and people could, as always, enter codes to win prizes from
QR codes. I messed up with bottle caps
QR
again.
codes. Okay.
From scanning a QR code. See the scan to win? Can you zoom in on that highlighted crap? It's important.
On the what?
The highlighted stuff.
Highlighted?
Yeah, the stuff I wrote. So, okay, so there's the top one first. Okay, so playing along with Cherry's Wild, viewers at home can participate during two distinct moments. The Cherry's Wild moment is when they spun the wheel, and viewers could pull their own virtual handle, and if they got all cherries, they would win the exact same prize that the person won on the show. So scroll down. Trivia Rush.
Wait.
Up. There we go. Trivia Rush. The game continues during the commercial break. Consumers will simultaneously compete in a time sequence to answer. I can't read it because you have it off the screen. I'm at the bottom. Got to arrive at delay. Okay, so they have an opportunity to win $2,500 by doing this trivia during the commercial break. Then they have the instant win at retail where they could scan the QR codes in the app and then go down. And then they could play the slots whenever they felt like it for fun. So that was the details of the app and how it interacted with the game show on TV.
Taking into consideration that this aired when the world was still dealing with restrictions from the previous year, when everyone was watching more TV than they used to, I find it strange that I heard nothing about this show. I didn't hear a single person talking about this. I didn't even see a single ad for this on TV, YouTube, or the App Store. Do you remember this TV show? This did not exist in my reality. I will say that.
Nope, me either.
There's one other game show I want to ask you about. One I not only knew about, but actually watched more than a few times at my grandparents' house, Supermarket Sweep. Supermarket Sweep aired in 13 countries, some with slight variation for their market. The most well-known were the USA, Canada, and UK versions. But for this presentation, I am only speaking about the one I know, the American Supermarket Sweep. Question 1. In which decade do you remember Supermarket Sweep first airing? Your best guess is fine. I want to know what you remember from memory, not Google. 80s for me.
Early or late?
Late.
I would have said late 80s as well, but I can agree to what Push and Button said, 1990.
I could go with that.
Mm-hmm. And Animal says the 70s. Noise Guru says the 1950s. LVK, no idea, never heard of this one. Push and Button says late 80s, early 90s. Go-Kart Bob says 90s. TD Maze says 90s, early 90s. Never seen this air, says Gen Z. It's okay, guys. I understand. It's okay. 90s, but watched in syndication, says Michael Wesson. All right, we can go on.
During the shopping spree portion of the show, there are hidden in plain sight bonus items that contestants can find for extra money. Question 2. Were the bonus items, 1, the actual items like gift certificates, blankets, cases, or candy bars, etc. 2, comically large props versions of the items?
Which do you remember, 1 or 2, guys? 1 or 2 in the chat. The actual items or comically large props of the items?
1.
Okay, well, so far the only answers we have in the chat is 2. Push and Buttons remembers 2. Michael Russin is 2. And TD Mage is 2. Jency's just guessing too because everybody else is. Jency said she didn't see it. He didn't see it. I just said she. Sorry.
Because he's in another country, right?
Yeah. Noise Guru said Romania. Noise Guru said I might be thinking of The Price is Right. I believe you guys, but for me it was 1.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, go on.
Here's where I cannot say this is Mandela effect for sure. Because I was not born yet, but I can say that I never heard it referred to as the new supermarket suite, which I have heard many times in the past from other game shows. For example, the all-new dating game. I remember this show starting in the early 90s, but it actually started in 1965, ran for 2 years, and came back in 1990. Does this match your memory?
Does anyone remember it being a remake in 1990? Because I do not. I really don't. I go on to explain on the next slide.
What I can say for certain is that because of my grandmom, I learned that other game shows were not new, just new to me as a kid. For example, Let's Make a Deal. I assumed it was new in the early 80s, but she told me it was just a new version, that she and my mom would watch it in black and white when my mom was little. No mention of this being the case for Supermarket Suite. I also have no memory of number 2, the use of comically large props as hidden bonus items. You could see these things from a mile away, but apparently they did use them in the 1990s series. This part is 100% a Mandela effect for me. Do you remember this nonsense?
And they all do. That's crazy. For me, that's ridiculous. They were hidden in plain sight, but they were hidden. You can't hide them. That is ridiculous.
I agree.
And in the 1965 and 67 version, it's how I remember. Like the episode I saw, there was a gift certificate to the Holiday Inn. It was a picture of the Holiday Inn with a pennant attached to it that said bonus. And there was a blanket, and it was in the produce section. It was a blanket, a case of chunky candy bars. Like, it was specific things, and they grabbed those specific things. And that's how I remember the game. I don't remember it like this. Push and Button says they weren't that big, though.
No.
Can I play an excerpt of the show? I can play an excerpt. I have a video I could send to Jeff of the old one. I mean, we'd have to go to YouTube and find a clip. I thought the show was over by the 80s, says Van Danimal. Michael Fontaine says 88. Go-Kart Bob's mom was on Let's Make a Deal.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I do want to point out that MASH confirms my belief that the 1965 to 67 supermarket suite merged into our past. Watch the article link in the video below.
Oh, wait. So, really quickly, let me explain what's happening here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, this article says if you were a fan of the original, and it takes you to a link of what they say is the original, and on these pages at the top it says if you were a fan of the original supermarket suite, and they mean the 1990s, because the link takes you to the next article which says attention shoppers, your favorite grocery store themed game show from the 90s is back.
Oh, wow.
So there's my residue of it being from the 90s.
And that's what I remember. I don't remember it being around way back in the 60s. Not that I was around, but I never heard of it until probably 1990. Finally, I want to mention the logo from the 1960s, those E's. No, I refuse to believe they were like this in the 60s. There's a logo back then that I can believe that I think the Mandela effect missed.
So look at this logo, guys, for the series that wasn't around in the 60s for me. I think it's screaming to us that it's a Mandela. It's all merged. It's a mess. And the E's. I get it. It's because they're running through the store. But no. Just no. There's also a board game. Maybe I missed that one. Maybe it wasn't for sale when I was a kid. I don't know. But the board game has the logo that I think it would have been. And this logo in the same board game. I'm going to show it to you. Go ahead. Next slide. So here's the logo again and again with the big E's. But notice the green. Can you zoom in on the green part?
On which one?
On the game board on the right. The top one, then go to the bottom. All right, see how they're normal E's?
Mm-hmm.
Now go to the one on the top. Normal E's. No, not the top. I mean the top in the green.
Wait.
The green square. There you go. I think that's what the logo would have looked like if it was in the 60s. Now, if you go down to the bottom, yeah, in the bottom right corner, it's the big E's, which I enlarged on the left. So they have the logo both ways in the board game.
So what is the consensus? Possible Mandela effects or just things we missed? And do you remember that huge props? Let me know.
Just like those
Yeah,
huge
I thought
props.
I should have said something like that. Let me know what you remember in the comments below. Mandela effect for me, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
Okay. So guys, I covered this one a while back before graphics. Technically it's a rewind, but I doubt anyone will remember this because I didn't I just mentioned it. Okay. So I decided to put this into a presentation, and here we go. Yes or no, in your past, could sweat be different colors? So yes or no, in your past, could sweat be different colors?
No.
Preliminal says no. What? No way, says Pushing Buttons. Michael Russom is a no. No rainbow sweat, says Man Animal. I can't read it, but I'll put it on the screen. Rodney is a no. LVK is a no. TV Mage is a nope. Sweaters, yes, says Man Animal. All right, we got another question. Actually, I don't know if it's next or if it's after. Yes. Yes or no, in your past, could a healthy person sweat blood?
Also no.
Mary says work from work good. Michael Russom is a no. Preliminal is confused. No. Now, really pushing is triggered with what? No way. Noper for Roger. Only bullets, not bloods, is pushing. Wait, we got never for Genty and yes, under extreme stress, says Mandanimal. Nope, says TD Mage. Ryu is a nope. Alright, we're going to go on. I have a nervous system disorder, guys. Stress, my body can't handle at all. My body is always under stress, even when sleeping. When I exert myself in any way, including standing, I am under an enormous amount of stress. And if I have to walk around and be upright for longer than an hour, I am under extreme stress. My body is under physical extreme stress. Extreme physical stress. Keep that in mind as we go on. So, the case of the orange sweat, chromohydrosis, and I did spell it wrong below because the R didn't hit because I'm having issues with my keyboard. The medical condition chromohydrosis can cause people to sweat yellow, green, blue, brown, or black. While not life-threatening, and it's not even life-threatening, it's absolutely harmless. It's just, these people just sweat different than us. It can cause mental and emotional distress as well as ruin clothing. There are 3 types listed above, but some people have been known to have this affliction from food dyes too. Can you zoom in on top? I can't read that. So apocrine chromohydrosis, this affects areas that contain apocrine sweat glands, such as the torso, eyelids, scalp, ears, and areola. The darker areas of the skin, well, I don't need to describe what that is. Everyone knows. Next. Eccrine chromohydrosis, because eccrine sweat glands are widely distributed, this can affect sweat in almost every area of the body. And pseudochromhydrosis, this results when dyes, chemicals, or pigments producing bacteria mix with colorless eccrine sweat to form colored sweat. And the most common version of this, obviously, is yellow sweat. As for blood, there are rare disorders that can cause people to sweat and tear blood. But did you know that extreme stress can cause you to sweat blood? I have a literal stress disorder and have never heard of this being a possibility. Is this new for you too? Like, I've never heard a doctor say, hey, heads up, you might sweat blood.
Right, they would have told you that.
You think, like, if you push yourself too much and you go into autonomic crisis, you might start sweating blood. It would be nice to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No mention of it from a single doctor. Here are some pictures of sweat. This is all sweat, not blood, just sweat.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. That one is sweating blood in the top left. And it's called hematohydrosis, also known as hematidrosis. Hemidrosis and hematidrosis. Why did they give it all these different names? A condition in which capillary blood vessels that feed the sweat glands rupture, causing them to exude blood, occurring under conditions of extreme physical or emotional distress. I am always hesitant to call any medical condition a Mandela effect because there are thousands of rare conditions out there that even doctors have to look up. Like my doctor, because he'd never seen a patient with my condition. But these sound like something that we should have heard of through shows like Unsolved Mysteries, Mystery Diagnosis. It sounds like something we would have heard about.
Yeah.
And I definitely, with a stress disorder, should have heard about it.
Absolutely.
So that's when I call Mandela. But with so many body Mandelas, I think it's possible that some of these could be new. But what do you think? Do you think any of this is a Mandela effect? Let me know in the comments below. I have craniofacial hyperhidrosis because of my condition. Only when I exert myself. Like, I'm not sweating right now. But if I have to walk to the store, forget it. Just forget it. Oh my God. It gets so bad that it goes in my eyes, and that is so painful. Like sticking salt in your eyeball. It's horrible.
Yeah. I hate that.
You want me to do this one since you did 2 in a row?
Oh, no, I'll do it. I just,
okay.
Just noticed something a little weird I'm checking out. Okay. This might be something I am just not aware of, but this sounds and looks so strange that I think this could be a possible Mandela effect. Yes or no? Have you ever seen or heard of disc rot?
So yes or no in the chat. And Ryugami. Hyperhidrosis is a condition that has no other symptoms. You can just have hyperhidrosis and nothing else. But hyperhidrosis can also be a symptom of another condition. So if you're healthy, you can still have hyperhidrosis. And no, YouTube, I'm not a doctor. I'm just speaking from experience. As a patient. I'm speaking as a patient. There you go. So going with the answers in the chat that are flying up. Pushin says no. No never, says Jency. Grand Tour Richard, welcome, says no. LBK is a no. People say Jesus sweat blood, but the Bible verse says as if it were drops of blood. And we did see that with the black blood coming from the girl's cheek. It was just drops of blood on her, not blood, but sweat. I wonder if that's what they meant in the Bible. Disc scratch, but not disc rot, says Jency. For me, it's a symptom. For you, it would be a condition, right? But yes, it's the same. No way, says Jency. TD Mage has heard of it. Yes, when media corrupts, with time. Not time. I'm going to explain that in a minute. Let's see. Any more answers? Michael Rustin says, yes, because I saw videos on YouTube. I used to think digital media didn't degrade. I'm going to get to that. Ryu has seen them lose their silver thing and not work anymore. We're going to get to that too. CD rot, yes, as angels don't fall. All plastic will eventually rot, says Rock E. Shepherd. Welcome. Good to see you. Well, we can go on. Oh, you're already there. Go ahead.
Yep. Apparently, disc rot can affect any laser medium, CDs, game discs, Blu-rays, laser discs, DVDs, etc. People aren't 100% sure why it happens, but most believe it happens from prolonged exposure to high temperatures and or high humidity.
Not time, because these discs are graded to last 100 years. And we haven't had these for 100 years yet. We haven't even had these for 50 years yet. So,
it's new to me. And this is what disk rot looks like. It's like the data layer is self-destructing, eating away at itself so that the only thing left is the thin plastic shell that used to protect the data on the disk.
So the plastic is not degrading. It is the silver inside.
Some are so bad that they're completely transparent, while others look like growing mold in a petri dish. Have you ever seen this before?
Can you zoom in on the discs at the top? So you can see right through them.
Never in my life seen it.
This is completely new for me. I've never seen any of my discs do this.
None of mine either. If you do see this on any of your discs, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they are dead medium. The data has been erased, so files, save games, music, movies, etc. are no longer stored on that disk. The only thing you can do is trash them.
Can you zoom in on those as well? Because I tried to grab something. They all look a little bit different. That's why I grabbed them.
What? Come on.
The one on the bottom left really looks like a swab on a petri dish of bacteria.
Yeah.
Bugs me out. I'm sorry. I have never seen this before.
Me either. The only way I've seen anything similar is if somebody doesn't take care of them or if they get dirty or whatever, but not anything like this. Do you think this could be a possible Mandela effect? This that we're supposed to last 100 years self-destructing in less than 20? Or have you always known this could happen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Mandela effect for me.
It is for me too.
100%. Supposed to last 100 years, so yeah, that's ridiculous.
All the posts about disk rot are in the last 5 years.
Well, there you go.
Well, that I saw. There may be ones older, but the ones I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Anne, for Christ, welcome. What's next?
Oh, I didn't present. Wait, yes, I did.
I was about to put it on the screen and you took it away. Hey, Cuberts. Cubert says new for me.
Yeah, definitely new.
All right. We're at the last two, right?
Yep.
You want to read the really, really long one, or you want to read this one?
I'll read this one, if that's okay.
Okay, that's good, because I need to walk away. I'm out of cigarettes. I have to see if I can get something
Okay.
going.
All right.
I'm going to...
Years ago, many found themselves affected by a Mandela effect that saw the flag on top of the Capitol building now being the Statue of Freedom. Now that statue has been Mandela'd from the past as well. Since you have been aware of the statue on the Capitol building, what color do you remember the statue on the building being? 1, green, 2, white, 3, gold, 4, black or dark gray. White, says Michael Russum. TD Mage says white. Pushing Button says 3 with a question mark. Michael Fontaine says gray. Go-Kart Bob doesn't know.
I'm back. He doesn't have any. That's not good.
No.
That's so
Mr.
bad.
Sidewinder says gray. And there are people saying there was a flag before?
Yeah, it was a flag before. All right, so what, I'm sorry, what were the answers again? Oh, I'm going back and looking. So Michael Rustin was white. Noise is gold. Pushing gold. TD Mage is white. Michael Fontaine is gray. Sidewinder gray. Oh, it's okay, Pushing. Thank you. I have what I call my butt box. It's a box of like little ones that have little puffs. So if you hear me lighting cigarettes, because I have little puffs of cigarette, like 1 puff cigarettes. Okay, so Rock says white. All right, so it's mainly white, a couple gold, and one or two gray. What do you remember, Jeff?
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
That statue was white marble in my past, just like the rest of the exterior. There's plenty of residue on the white, I remember, but that is not what the statue looks like anymore. It's not made out of marble either.
And here is the actual statue in white marble inside.
The statue is a really dark gray or black now. This looks so very wrong to me. Do you remember it this color, this dark?
So look at the pictures.
Whoa! No!
Do you remember it this color? Because I do not.
You know what? I probably would have guessed white. This looks ridiculous.
I agree. And LV, it is bronze. It's just coated. It's coated bronze.
No, that's
yes,
wrong.
Gen C. I already said that many remember the flag, but after we knew it wasn't the flag, that's what we're going. I'm trying to find out what people remember after the flag, because I remember it being white, a white statue that matched the building, and now it's not. Wow, weird, says Pushing. No, very creepy and appropriate for the current times, says Michael Russell. Needs a good pressure washing. Yes, if it had a good pressure washing and took the coating off it, it would be bronze. So I could understand if people remembered green, because, if it was, weathered and stuff, like the Statue of Liberty, but no one said green. Definitely was never black, says LBK. Black and bronze, I don't know, says Ryu. Let's see. Nope, says TD Mage. All right, we can go on.
The statue is made of bronze now. I do have residue of yellow, gold, or bronze, and green. So if you have those memories, I have residue for you to see. But it was white marble for me 100%. The Capitol building was last renovated in 2016. The statue was not part of that renovation. Pictures dating back 100 years show the statue black.
So here you can even see Statue of Freedom, and then it says it was not part of the renovation. But notice all their diagrams has the statue white, except for the one in the top middle. This is often the same like graphic. The top middle has it black. All the other ones have it white. Rock says, I thought it was marble, not bronze. That's what I remember. So here is yellow or gold, or bronze or gold. I'm sorry. And here's green. There's a lot of green, which would indicate weathered bronze. Still looks wrong to me because I don't remember that, but if you remember bronze and weathered green, there's a couple slides of this. The only flag residue is the first slide, Jency. Now those two are from the green lights. You can even see, can you zoom in the top left? You can even see it, the statue is black at the top. Green at the bottom, so it's the lights. All right, zoom out again. And then the bottom left is a postcard, and it's zoomed in on the right. I'm just showing you the same thing. On the right is the zoom in of the, you can zoom out, right there. It's definitely green there. So now we're at the white that I remember. There is so much more white. I would say that, Rock, except like I said a few minutes ago, or actually like a minute ago, we have pictures going back 100 years and it's always been black. Yes, and why have the two statues? Why is there a marble statue inside? It's just weird. So the top thing is a card that was given out. It's a correspondence card, and it's bizarre if you read it. But they have a white statue on top as well.
Are you affected by this? Was it always such a dark color for you after being aware of the statue? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
All right, guys. I'm going to apologize in advance for doing this to you, but it's necessary. I'm going to apologize multiple times in the presentation as well. You're going to hear some song clips over and over and over again, including in slow speed. But I promise you it's necessary. It has to be done. Okay? I'm sorry. Alright, guys. I have some potential Mandela effects to discuss concerning the classic television show, All in the Family. So get your thinking caps on. It's a lot. No hands and pushing. We'd never do that to you. Oh wait, really quick. Angels Don't Fall says the green is called verdigris. Verdigris? Gris? It's copper oxidation and also occurs in brass and bronze and is extremely antimicrobial and antibacterial. So you do remember the green. That's good because I had tons of residue for you. All right. Question 1. How many pilots, first episodes of the series, do you remember, either by watching or hearing about them? 1, 3, or 5? Gen C has never seen it and is guessing 1. You're welcome, pushing. I didn't do anything. Pushing buttons doesn't know, guessing 1. Go-Kart Bob says 4. Hubert's is 1. pick 3 or 5 go-kart. It's 1, 3, or 5. I know the series but never watched it. Welcome, Jennifer. Not sure. Wish I could have seen them, says Michael Russell. You can. They're on YouTube. You can see them. TD Mage heard more than one, so guessing 3. Preliminal couldn't get into it when it came on. I turned the channel. It's okay, Go-Kart Bob. It's okay. I remember watching it a lot, says Rock, but don't remember the pilots. Edith made her voice nasal like that because she just thought it was funny.
Yep. She actually spoke very differently and sung well in real life.
Irene, next one. I have never heard of or seen 2 of the 3 pilots that were made. Some sources say they never aired, but they did. Just not on CBS. Well, actually, I wrote this wrong. So, 1 aired on ABC, and then CBS snatched it up and aired 2 pilots. It says, the network producers felt uncertain about the sitcom's potential and ditched it, which was good news for CBS Network. They agreed to carry the program, and after 2 more pilot episodes, the show became a hit.
See, that's very believable to me because it was a controversial show. They may have been afraid to run with it.
Well, I got to tell you, one of the pilots that aired used racial slurs.
The whole show did.
No.
They
No.
even said the N-word in a couple episodes.
Really?
Oh yeah, always.
I was like shocked when he called Jewish people the word that rhymes with kite, emphasizing the T in kite. Like you fly in the sky.
That was the whole point of the show, stuff like that. That's why it was so controversial. They wanted to show these things, just put a spotlight on how wrong they were, and make Archie look like the fool.
Wow, I must have missed those episodes because
This is one of my favorite shows, so I know a lot about this show.
I mean, I've seen like a ton of these episodes, and I don't remember. I remember, him saying bad things about other people, but not those specific words.
I do, and he did. That is not a Mandela effect, I promise you. I saw it as a little kid.
Yes, angels don't fall. All right, go on.
However, this next stuff is.
Question 2. Do you recall the title of the TV show ever being different? If yes, what name do you remember? So, if you say no, if you say yes, what is the other title or titles you remember?
There is another Mandela effect here that isn't mentioned, by the way. Rob Reiner, in my past, did not start to go bald until after the series ended. Now, he started to go bald early on in the series, so they made him wear a wig.
Yeah, I did know that. That's not a Mandela effect for me. They gave him a hairpiece.
Yeah, that is a Mandela effect for me because I remember it differently. I remember he did not start losing his hair until after the series ended, or at least after he left the show. He wasn't on the whole series.
Oh, guys, in the chat, you guys are saying the continuation. I'm not talking about Archie Bunker's place. Not talking about that. So, not All in the Family, not Archie Bunker's place. If you don't know anything else, then just say no.
See, this was new to me. I knew of the multiple pilots, but the rest of it was a little weird.
So, Pushing's a no, Rock is a no, Michael's a no, TD Mage is a no, Hubert's is a no. Wait, Hubert's doesn't have a wrench? No, it is Rock. Fixing that. Done. Okay, Jency's a no. Wendy B, welcome. Wendy says no. Angels Don't Fall says no. Okay, we can go on.
Yeah.
Question 3. Again, if you were aware of the other pilots, do you recall there being any different actors for the main characters cast in the first 2 pilots? Because there's 3 pilots. So. Do you remember any different actors for the main characters in the other pilots? Yes or no?
That is the case in a lot of shows, though. Married with Children did that.
Hubert says no. TD Mage says nope. Wendy is a no.
Did it too.
Are we going? Question 4. Yes or no? Do you remember the bunkers having a different last name? Again, if you say yes, what's the last name? Pushing buttons is a no. Hubert's is a no. Wendy is a no. Jency is a no. TD Mage is a no. Michael Russin is a no. Mandanimal is a no. All right, we can go on, Jeff. Question 5. I'm sorry, guys. I told you this is a long one. Lots of questions. In the bunker house, what was on the wall between the kitchen and the dining room? Which do you remember? 1. Only a kitchen door. 2. A kitchen door and shutters so you could see into the kitchen from the dining room table. Which do you remember in the house? 1 or 2? Go-Kart Bob says Gloria is not the original.
Nope. 1. And I noticed this. This is interesting. In fact,
the 1. I'm sorry.
I was watching this the other day, and something stood out to me. It's something I have never seen in the show before, and I watched it all the time.
Same. So it may have just popped into our reality, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Mandanimal's a 1. TD Mage is a 1. Rock remembers shutters, too. Wendy is a 1. That's not the only issue with the wall. That's all I mentioned.
Yeah, I remember shutters, but not where they had it now.
Uh-huh. There's something else there. There's two other things in that room that I don't remember.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and I agree with you.
Yep. Gen C is a 1. I remember some kitchen shutters, I think, says Angels Don't Fall. Heard about this, but not sure, says Mike Rustin. Okay, go on. I have no memory and never heard about the other 2 pilots, which were nearly exactly the same as the pilot I do know. Season 1, Episode 1, Meet the Bunkers. So this is the pilot that I know, right here. I also have never heard that Gloria, Sally Struthers, and Michael, Rob Reiner, and Lionel, Mike Evans, were all played by different actors. 6 different actors in total, because each pilot switched the actors out. Do you recall this? So on the left, you have the actors who played Gloria and, well, we're going to get to that on the left. It wasn't just the actors, though. The layout of the house was a little different in the first 2 pilots, too. But the most jarring part for me was the names. Michael was Richard Dickey, and the bunkers were the Justices. Do you remember Richard or Archie Justice? Because I do not. Go on. So here we go. The same scene. The top 3 images of the same scene from the same 3 pilots. And then just different scenes. The bottom 2 are the same scene from the first 2 pilots.
That is so weird, seeing them with those different actors there.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Especially the one on the top left-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw the pilot on the right. I know of the other. May have seen it once. I'm not sure.
The one on the left, I don't know why, but looks British to me.
It does look British.
I don't know why.
Yeah. See, and I think I took an update on the extra pilots because I did not know about that for a long time. And then I think it was when I bought the DVDs that I found out.
Angels Don't Fall. I'd settle for 100. Like why can't a few million just pop into my bank account? And one of these times we have the reality changes. Yeah, I know.
Right.
I'm gonna star that comment. That's awesome.
That actually happened to me once. I thought it was a mistake. It was like $285.
Wow, that's nice.
It was. It was from a loan I took out, and I overpaid. But they used a different company to refund me that I never heard of. It was so strange.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good crazy, though.
Yeah.
All right, go on. I have also never heard that All in the Family had 2 other titles. The first pilot was Those Were the Days, which is where the song came from. And the second was called Justice for All, which is where their last name came from. Does anyone besides Jeff remember this? Because you said that you remembered Justice for All.
Yeah, because of the DVDs.
Yep.
Before that, though, I had no idea of any of this. But I've had the DVDs for a very long time. I mean,
well, isn't it interesting that the DVDs didn't include the first pilot?
Huh?
Why would the DVDs include the second pilot, but not the first pilot?
They had them all.
Oh.
That's how I found out about them. Certain ones didn't have them, you had to buy like certain sets that had it. I just happen to have one that did.
They're all saying no. Michael, Jency, Hubert, Wendy, but Go Kart Bob says, I knew there was more than one.
I knew there was more than one. I knew Those Were the Days was the original working title. The Justice for All one was weird for me.
No for TV Mage. All right, we can go on. Finally, before we get to part 2, I have no memory of shutters on the wall. I have no memory of them ever opening the shutters so that they could talk to one another from the kitchen to the dining room or a living room.
Exactly.
Do you remember this?
That just showed up in my reality the other day.
Same.
There was no way that was there. No freaking way. I was freaking out when I saw that.
It was not.
They did have that in the bar in Archie Bunker's place when he took over the bar and they remodeled it, but they did not have it at the house.
Mm-hmm. It was never there, no, says Jency.
No. I knew that was strange when I saw that the other day.
Now, I did not include the other problems with the living room in the presentation, so when I get to a picture where I can point it out, I'll point it out then. All right, go on. So here's just showing you looking into the kitchen from the dining room. You can see into the kitchen, see the refrigerator behind her.
No. This is from Archie Bunker's place, too.
This is. Mm-hmm.
When Gloria came back to visit.
And Gloria said this place hasn't changed a bit. It's not like they updated it. That's why I used it.
Bullshit, it changed.
She specifically says this place hasn't changed a bit.
It's a little Easter egg to mess with us.
Maybe for you, but not for me. Angels Don't Fall says, didn't they always whack their head on the shutters? I've never seen that before.
I never have either, and I watched it all the time.
All right, go on.
First time I saw it was the other night.
Same. Oh, I did include it. A few years ago, they recreated the set to sell props for the show at auction. They remember a wall instead of a small room like I do.
Oh,
do you remember a small room there? I don't. There's a small room with a door.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in on the right? Show them the room with the door. Who remembers the room with the door? And who remembers the wall? So 1 wall, 2 door. Room. I don't remember there being a room there.
If that's the door, that's the basement. Archie got locked. Archie got locked down there.
Right, but for me, the basement was off the kitchen. I don't remember it there. I don't remember a door there. There was a wall there.
Yeah.
Just like on the left for me.
That could be a change. You're right.
Left.
That could be a change.
It's just a wall. It's not a room. It's got a window and the shelves. On the left, we have a room with the shelves inside of it. Wall.
That looks more like
room.
what I remember.
Wall. Room. It was just a wall. In the chat, I don't know, says Jency. No room, no door, wall. Mandanimal, wall. House was smaller. Mandanimal, wall, again. TD Mage, wall. Wall and window, says Jency. Don't remember much of any of it. I tried to forget it. Well, you're not going to forget it after tonight, Rock. I'm really sorry. It's going to get worse. Hubert's is wall. Wendy is wall. Jency's still freaking out with wall. Okay. To recap before part 2. I forgot I did include it, so that's good. There are 3 pilots with 3 different titles. Richard instead of Michael in the first 2. Different actors for Gloria, Richard, and Lionel. The bunkers were the justices, and there were 3 house layouts with the one I know being wrong as well. It's a lot, I know. Part 2. Those were the days again. Long ago, a Mandela effect was found in the theme for All in the Family. Well, now there are more, so I'm going to ask you not to look it up. Because it doesn't match anyway. The words don't match. So don't even bother looking it up, okay? I want you to think about what you remember. There will be music, a ton of it, so I'm not making a dime on this show. At all. You're going to strike this so bad. All right, well, let's get on with it. Question 1. Not including the same song across different seasons. How many versions of the theme song, Those Are the Days, do you remember? 1, 3, or 5?
Those were the days.
Those were the, oh yeah, those, why did I write, it's probably autocorrect.
Probably.
I just read what I saw. So anyway, those were the days. How many versions of the song do you remember? 1, 3, or 5?
One.
Yes, the theme song is Those Were the Days. That was an autocorrect.
There's another part too. I wanted to see what you thought about. In the first few seasons, she has glasses in the song.
Yes, she does wear them sometimes. Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember it past the first season. Now it is.
Interesting.
That popped up for me the other day as well. Same day as the shutters. And that thing they were talking through.
No, I don't remember Those Are the Days. I don't at all. That was definitely autocorrect. Mandanimal's a 2, which isn't even an option. Michael Fontaine remembers 3, Jency's 1. Go-Kart Bob is also saying 2, even though the options are 1, 3, or 5. 1, I don't remember a lot, says Michael Russell. Wendy says 1. Everjosh, welcome, says 1. TD Mage is also 2. That's interesting. Hubert's is a 1. That's okay. All right, guys. Jeff, what do you remember?
Television's
grown up. I was going to say
1.
Okay.
Well, actually, I probably should say 2 because of the glasses thing, right?
No, I'm talking about the song, not
the
how
actual
they look.
song.
Yeah.
1.
Okay. So hit pause when you get over the thing.
Okay.
I gotta explain what's happening. There are 5 versions. I only remember there ever being 1 version. But to be fair, 1 version of the 5, this one, was only sung 1 time for a 50 years of television special above. The other 4 is, it should say, I need to ask you about. So, this one is just like a one-off. It's cute. Let's play it.
Vision's grown up now. No one needs a marriage vow. Folks go to the toilet now. These are the days. Single girls can take a pill. Robert can propose to Bill. And say prune juice and tush and party out loud.
We can show my pregnancy.
And John Boy can have BD. Plus a quick vasectomy. After 9 o'clock. These are the
So you have Jean Stapleton singing normal in her non-Edith voice.
Right.
And also the lyrics go against what you guys were all saying about the racial slurs. They literally say, now we can say things like tush and potty. and pregnancy. So now they can say those words, which are nowhere near as offensive or bad as
That's true.
the other things.
Yeah.
So that's my residue of that I just made up on the spot. That no, that stuff's a Mandela, and you guys just took the update. Well, just want to say that.
I could definitely go with that. Yeah.
So, all right, go on. Also, there is another old Mandela effect in the song that I will not be addressing. Everybody pulled his weight. This line of the song is not affected this time around, so I left that part out to make this shorter. So people remember everybody pulled their weight, and now it's his weight. So we're just going to ignore that part.
For me, it's always been his.
Yeah, it's always been his for me too, but some people remember their weight.
That would make
Everybody pulled their weight.
And that's probably why they remember it.
But I'm not bringing that in.
Boy, the way Glenn...
Wait, pause. So please fill in the blanks. There's a lot of blanks here. Just shoot out the blanks as words, okay? Guys like blank, we had it made. So that's the first blank. Guys like blank, we had it made. Those were the days. And you knew blank you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare blank, it begins with an S. Everybody pulled his weight. Now play it because the blanks are in there.
Miller played songs that made the hit parade. God had it made. Those were the days. And you knew dance for girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare.
Okay, so I'm reading the answers now.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played.
Let's see. Jency and Rock say me. Mandanimal says us. Jency says who and state. So Jency is me, who, state. Mandanimal is us, who, state. Us, who, state. Thank you for writing it like that, Jency. Me, who, state. Okay. Rock is us, who. Go-Kart Bob is us, state. All right, so please, guys, if you can, we'll play it one more time. Answer it like Michael Russum did here. Us, where, state. And Jency wrote it.
Song.
Me, who, state. Us, who, state for TD Mage. Jency.
Wait, but Jency never saw the show, right?
I know, guessing the. All right, so like TD Mage, us, who, state. Write what you remember, guys. Us, who, state, says Michael Russum. Go-Kart Bob remembers pulled their weight.
I mean, that would make more sense, yeah.
Anyone else? Rock says, final answer, us, who, state. All right, going on. We almost have 40 people watching We have 40 people watching right now.
Wow.
This is nuts. All right, we can go on. Go on.
God had it made. Those were...
Wait, is this the wrong one? We
Same
already
one.
played this.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say the parts that were.
It's the next slide. You didn't change it. You're on
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what I'm
one.
saying. Did we do this one already?
We did this one, yes.
Guys like me, we had it made.
Pause. You're going to have to pause immediately for the rest of this presentation. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, Guys Like Us is what it is and what I remember. But in two versions, the album above and Those Were the Days pilot, he sings Guys Like Me. Just like I never heard of the alternate actors and pilots, I never heard of an alternate theme song. Okay, now you can play it.
All right, now I got to rewind it.
Those were guys like me, we had it made. Those were the days. Guys like me, we had it made.
What the?
Go back.
On me.
All right, stop. Like I said, you have to pause. Okay, no, you don't have to pause this one. There's no. It's Guys Like Me. Okay, hit play.
Okay.
Guys like me, we had it made.
And he's wearing
there's
a
the original pilot, number one.
He only wore the white shirt ever, really, in the regular series.
They were totally different in this first one.
Yeah, and he's wearing that.
All right, wait. Also, if you play it again, notice she's frowning. She had like a totally different personality. She was like crass and talked back to Archie. Look, she's frowning. Hit play.
Guys like me, we had it made.
Now think about when you watch the other ones. She's always smiling big and happy.
Yeah.
Total different personality.
Her personality was also different in the pilot that aired the not the original, you know, the one that counted.
The second one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, skipping the middle for a second. I have only ever heard welfare state. No S. In this song on the news on YouTube, it was only ever welfare state. Archie used to enunciate the 8 very clearly. I have residue. But now he sings welfare states in every regular season. Watch his lips. Hit play.
Okay, yeah, you proved your point. I agree with you.
You can clearly see the S.
Yeah.
Singing states. It was never, ever welfare states.
Never.
For me. All right, go on. Remember, hit pause.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. There we go. He does still sing welfare state on the original pilot song and album. Now, guys, I apologize again. You're going to hear stuff fast, and you're going to hear it slow, just so you can clearly hear it. Here, and I'm going to mark it on the screen. So here we go. Wait, can you make this bigger? At the top?
No.
The arrows?
No, I already have it that way. Now it just went to something different.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, hit play. With the exception of the pilot episode, he never sang state on
Need no welfare
I was just reading what it said on the screen.
Okay.
state. Need no welfare state.
There's that hard T. You hear it?
Yeah.
Need no welfare state. Need need no welfare state. Need no welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state. Welfare state. Welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state. Need no welfare state. Need no welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state. Didn't need no welfare state.
Never states for me.
No,
That's so messed up.
it is.
All right, we can go on. It's going to keep playing again. Okay, now the part I wanted to save for last. Originally, many of us remember the line, "And you knew who you were then." But several years ago, someone discovered you had become where. That was odd, but it's even weirder now. Get ready to hit pause.
Hold on.
Yeah, the lyrics there are screwed up.
Yeah, okay.
Get ready to hit pause. Oh, wait, it's the next one.
Yeah.
Especially when I take into account my theory that we have shifted to an earlier version of Earth. Because in almost every version of the theme song, she now sings a sentence that doesn't make any sense. She sings, now get ready to hit pause. When. I literally can't with this one, guys. And you knew when you were then. You knew when you were. When. As in a period of time. This sentence makes no sense.
Nope.
That is not a coherent sentence. And before you say it's a hear what you want to hear, the clips at the end are slowed down so you can clearly hear when and what where sounds like, where it still exists. Because not all of them are when. A couple of them are still where. But some of them sound like where because she sings it so fast. But when you slow it down, you can definitely hear the when. I hear it fast as when too, but I can hear, because she's singing when you were really fast, it might sound like were. So before you make any judgments of what she's singing, wait for the slow part. It's marked on the screen. Hit play. Here we go. You didn't play the music. You have to go back. Here we go. So Eve Bunker sings where and when. I have where in green because it had already changed to where. No, I left it long enough so we had time to read.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't just start playing. Just give it a minute. I think I left a little too much room in the front of this one. My apologies in advance, but this is necessary. I'm sorry, guys. Who only exists in residue now, so the original Mandela where is in green and when is in red.
February 16, 1969.
And you knew where you were then. And you knew where you were then. And you knew where you were then.
Clear as day where.
And you knew where you were then.
Now that we know what Edith singing where sounds like, here is Edith singing when. I can't.
And you knew when you were there. And you knew when you were there.
Oh my God.
And you knew when you were there. 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 And you knew when you were there.
Oh God, switch slides. Switch. Oh my gosh. I can't.
It's
I want to
clearly
start by
when.
saying
It was
clearly
clearly when. You're right.
I can't. It was never when. I want to start by saying that I am very sorry. The theme song to this TV show will get stuck in your head now. Sorry about that. Also, I have to play some parts slow, which I know many of you hate, but it had to be done. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, go on. So she sings song as well in one version, which we're going to hear now. What do you hear? Do you hear song or songs?
I heard songs.
I didn't, and I'm looking. When I look at her mouth, I see song that made.
See, when I looked at her mouth, I saw her say songs.
Play it again. Look at
right.
her mouth. She's singing song that. The song that makes the S, but she's singing song that made.
See, I don't agree with that one, and I'll tell you why. The S can get muffled. I noticed that in songs that I did. And where I know I said
says
it.
Song. It's song. It was songs.
That's not what I heard that time.
And she says song. I hear song, not songs. I know, so do I. I hear song. Yes. This is residue, guys.
Didn't need no welfare state.
Everybody, and you knew where you were then. And you knew where you were then. And you knew who you were
then.
Didn't need no welfare state.
Right away, Glenn Miller played songs that made the hit parade.
In 2020, Teresa Lynch discovered that Hit Parade was now Hit Parader. It's the best residue of this Mandela.
And you knew who you were then. Didn't need no welfare state.
Yeah, pause. Didn't need no welfare state in this version, but the rest of the lyrics are current reality. I just had to include it though, because this guy made me smile. Good.
Didn't need no
welfare state. Everybody pulls his weight. G.R.O. LaSalle and Gray. Those were the days.
Also, I have to mention that was wrong on that YouTube video. That it was not a
that's right.
an SNL sketch. That was a special that they did.
Yeah, but where I got it from said it was SNL. So
because it was on NBC. That's probably why they got that wrong.
Yeah.
The special aired on NBC. I watched it. They recreated an old episode of the show. Well, they're all old episodes, but you know what I mean.
I got 2 bucks left. Have you ever heard of any of this? The 3 pilots with different names, actors, houses, and theme songs. Do you remember the open kitchen? There being 5 different versions of the theme song. Do you remember ever hearing the songs with me, when, and states? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And that is it.
That kitchen thing freaked me out.
Yeah. The room.
There's just no way. It was not there. They could not talk to each other from the kitchen to the dining room before.
I agree. So yeah, that's thank you for sitting through that, guys. Jeff, is there anything you want to talk about before we go?
No.
Well, I guess we'll see you next week, everyone. Have a great night. Maybe we should do a shout out really quick before we go to bed. See who I can see. I can see the Preliminal was here. Jency's here, of course. Mr. Super Sidewinder was here earlier. Super Mario Brothers 3, Michael Russell. LVK, Noise Guru. Ryogami Mikado. Scrolling. Pushing Button 62. Michael Russell, TD Mage 20. We also had Michael Fontaine, Mandanimal. Let me see. I know earlier we had Boston Ray Mudflood. We also had, I don't think Hebrew ever showed up. Angels Don't Fall, Mustard Seed of Faith. Go Kart Bob. I'm still scrolling, guys. And if I didn't mention you, say hi at the bottom real quick. Alright, same names. I think JT was here earlier as well. I'm trying to think of who else I saw earlier because my chat cut off. I think I got everyone that's in the chat right now. I still got some scrolling to do though, so I could be surprised by a name. Rodney Letman was here. Yeah, I was surprised by a name. That I forgot to say. Anybody else? Grand Tour Richard was here. Oh my goodness. I can't even talk. Rock E. Shepherd. Q-Birds. I'm getting down to the current chat now. I'm surprised my chat lasted. Like, I have this much of the chat to look at. Shocking. Usually cuts it off after like 20 minutes. I'm still looking, guys. Making sure I don't miss anyone. Oh, Mr. Super Sidewinder was here earlier. Jennifer M was here. I said angels don't fall, right? I did.
Yeah.
I said TV Mage.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I just said it again. Wendy B was here. Ashley was here as well. Let me see. Still scrolling down. Josh jumped in earlier. I want to scroll fast, but I don't want to scroll so fast that I miss people's names. Oh my gosh, I'm still like a half hour behind. Oh gosh. And I think I just missed the name. It's a lot of Gen Z, guys. I'm scrolling through Gen Z's and Ryugami Mikado here. That's why I do the scroll. There's names. I've got to find you. Splatter was here. I didn't even see Splatter earlier. He's probably too busy reading.
Me either.
Hey, Splatter. Sorry. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be going to sleep. I'm at the bottom. Oh, Splatter just jumped in 4 minutes ago. Welcome, Splatter. And I think I got everybody. So, guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you for being here so late. Next week will be earlier because we will be on Saturday. Have a great night, everyone. You go to bed. All right, guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?